you believe, as I believe, that it's possible to change in a day, right? I mean, has anybody ever changed in a day, right? So I'm going to assume that you are going to be honest with me because you're a pretty straightforward, blunt person. So we just had a session, you and I. And from the looks of it, you overcame anxiety today. We don't worry about tomorrow. Today's battle was won. Am I correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me what you did, what technique you did to overcome this worse than panic attack that you had over at school? Is that, or were we just saying that? Was that really worse?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
What exercise did you do that you may not connect the dots, but apparently the results came forth? What do you think that was?
Well, I guess I don't know. I just really listened to you, and I guess I was getting so overwhelmed. I felt like I was gonna throw up, and I was like, I just didn't want to feel this way, and that was the worst feeling I'd ever felt my whole life. I literally felt like I was going to die, and I've never felt that bad.
And what did you do that changed all that?
I just listened to you.
Okay, what did I tell you?
Well, in the beginning, I kind of brushed everything you said, off my shoulder. But then, as I kind of, kept listening, I guess I was just able to really understand, what you were saying by just, calming down and just knowing that freaking out wasn't going to get me anywhere, except for you scaring me more.
How did I scare you?
Telling me I was going to go to some mental hospital. So.
Well, I wasn't trying to scare you. You were scaring me.
You were. I didn't want to, I don't need to go to a mental hospital, but.
So one of the things I told you was about that you are a strong-willed person, which is not a bad thing. That it's a matter of you making a decision. Because your decision was, I'm going down this road and nothing's going to stop me. Can you see how that created a problem?
Yeah. It put me in this, deathly circle. So I was depressed right when I got down here, and then freaking out, panic attacks, then coming here and it was even worse, and I was literally gonna die. But I just kind of had to accept that.
Which meant surrendering your will.
But that I wasn't gonna be able to leave in 1 second.
Right.
You know.
But if that thought would have been a possibility that you could do it, you would have continued to push in your will, right?
Well, if I knew that I was able to go home, then I would have been thank God.
Right, but I mean, if you thought that you could have eventually done it by continually willing it, you would have kept willing it. But when you came to the realization, having this strong will over something that is not going to happen is only going to make it worse for me in the sense of how you feel, and right or no?
Yeah.
So then you chose to surrender your will, something you're not used to doing.
Yeah, I didn't want to admit it because I'm so blunt and I don't like being wrong.
And you probably are used to getting what you want.
Yeah.
And that just changed today.
Yeah.
But
basically.
But for the whole world to know, discipline and boundaries and authority is not a bad thing, is it? And if you could tell all the parents of the world, it's okay to take authority and put boundaries on your children, it's not the end of the world.
Yes, I agree with that.
The other thing is, I told you to, when you get a negative thought, to confront the thought, not suppress it, and change the thought. And then when you have negative words, to change the words. Did you do that? Tell me how that went.
It's hard because every single, sometimes every other second, I'll get a negative thought. So it's constantly having to think about changing it, but then you also feel like it's not going to help because you're lying to yourself. And you know that you don't actually feel like you're going to get better. So you're well, I'm just lying to myself, so it's not going to get better. So again, it's this cycle.
Yep. So you change the cycle by changing your thought.
Right.
And your words.
Yeah.
So I can testify that you are letting me hold you accountable, and everyone here is going to do that because we're used to it, where you say, I'm not worthy, and then we'll say, oh, caught you, and then what do you say?
I am worthy.
Right. And you were doing that, which proves to me that you weren't trying to be rebellious or defiant, maybe a little bit, but the fact that you're willing to do that shows that you're willing to give in, because you could have said, no, I'm not, and try to win the battle. But it looks like you're not really trying to win a battle of the minds. You're really trying to get help, but you're just kind of not knowing how this all came to be and how to fix it. So there's something inside you that must be telling you, well, I think I better trust somebody else because I ain't doing it right. But then the other part tells you, I just want the easy way out.
Exactly.
Yep.
100%.
All right, cool. All right, so now that you figured it out and you were able to overcome one of the worst panic attacks you've ever had, you're probably ready to go home, aren't you? Tell the truth.
Well, I mean, I want to be home, but I don't think I'm ready to go home right now.
Let me just tell you something. The fact that you are, for the most part, a truthful person just worked against you.
I know. You bring this out in me. Thanks a lot, Robert. You make me seem wrong all the time.
But you know what? You're really right. Because you know what? Whatever you believe, you're going to always be right. Are you successful?
Yes.
You're right. All right, cool. Great job. That's Ari in the house. Say bye to everybody.